Welcome back to DVC Weekly. This is episode 48. My name is Jason Erpelding. I'm the broker of Buy and Sell DVC. I'm here with Scott Ferrioli.
I'm the owner of DVC-Rental.com and BuyandSellDVC.com.
And today is January 5th. Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year to everybody.
And so
what's going on over here today?
So I have a tie on because first of all, we were into 2022. So I
didn't get the memo.
So the DVC Weekly has lasted into the second year. We must have started early January because we're not on episode 53.
Not yet.
Okay. So again, we're on two channels. We're on the DVC-Rental YouTube channel. Yep. We're also on the Buy and Sell YouTube channel. So the DVC-Rental channel has been around for a long time. Yep. So you guys have, close to 3,000 followers. The Buy and Sell side would like to get to 1,000 followers. So I'm wearing a tie to try and maybe bump up the numbers. Like, why is he wearing a tie? So if you're watching this right now on DVC-Rental, you could pause it for a second, find the Buy and Sell side, and you could follow that side. That would be appreciated. Plus, I've changed my hairstyle for 2022. So we're off and running here. So 11 months from today for your booking window is going to be December 5th. And then your 7-month window is going to be August 5th. So, and then we also have a sponsor for this episode, and that is Vacation Club Loans. Hopefully you're familiar with Vacation Club Loans. If you're looking to purchase a property, they do offer financing for the resale purchases. Vacation Club Loans is now approving 100% of all loan requests, no matter your credit score, with their new guaranteed approval and no credit check option. Financing any DVC resort contract for up to 10 years has never been easier. So again, length of term 1 to 10 years, down payment required 10%, interest rate, optional credit check for lowest rates, or no credit check with guaranteed approval. Monthly service fee, no. DVC Properties finance all DVC properties, no prepayment penalty, no loan minimum, a $0 loan origination fee. You can reach Debbie at vacationclubloans.com or 1-800-334-2334.
And how does she spell Debbie? Just to make sure.
Debbie. So, and we also have to, if you remember, and unfortunately I don't remember the episode number, but Debbie was on our show talking about Vacation Club Loans and what they can provide. And she provided us gift certificates to give away. One of them was to those that had financed through Vacation Club Loans and purchased from Buy and Sell in 2021. The number ended up being 58 people to choose from. So as we've done before, Scott is going to have them choose a random number between 1 and 58, and that is how we are going to determine our winner.
Can you do that now?
You can do that now.
Hey Siri, choose a number between 1 and 58.
A random number between 1 and 58 is 40.
So it is 40.
So the random number is 40. Okay, so we have our winner. Do we normally announce the names on the show?
I think we can.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the winner is actually Jared and Stephanie Goldfarb. I have their email address so I can reach out to them if they don't have to be watching, because and we can get the gift card off to them. And of course, it's January 5th. Of course, this is the end of what I would call bulking season. Yeah. So people might be watching us on their Peloton or on their treadmill. So we hope all things go well with your New Year's resolutions, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add here at the beginning of the year?
Nope, not particularly. Okay. I know we always go out when we're walking, and beginning of the year is always interesting because you see so many more people, literally 10 times as many people out in the mornings when we're walking. And within a couple of weeks, normally that number does dwindle down a good amount. But it's always kind of fun. It's third year walking. It's like, we got all the New Year's resolutioners out right now, and it's always a fun time of year. And it's luckily we're in Florida, so it's still nice and warm, and we can still do our morning walks. So best of luck to all of you. Try to hang in there. don't disappear. But put in the effort if that's what you want to do. If you're this year you're trying to get more healthy or lose weight or whatever it is, try to stick to your resolutions as much as you can. It'll make you feel a lot better.
And especially when you come to Disney, because there's so much walking to do. So you want to be
And
prepared.
so much food to eat.
Yes, that is true. So I know one of the big things is, especially on the DVC-rental side, is there's no more Magical Express.
Yep.
So Scott's going to start off by addressing that.
Yep. As of January 1st, Disney has ceased existence of their Magical Express. Everything originally has been run through Mears anyway, but now it's officially Mears. It's Mears Connect. They have 2 programs you could do. They have a standard and a premium option. The standard option is kind of like what Magical Express is now. There's going to be a bunch of people, going on the bus with you. They're going to stop at a couple different resorts. There could be like a 20-minute wait or so. It's $16 for each adult and $13.50 per each child each way of your trip. So again, shared motor coach just like you had previously with Magical Express. They also do have a premium service. It's $200 round trip. It's up to 4 people. And again, that is more of like your own private car, like a car service. Not like a limo or anything, but your own private car service. Again, everything is being done directly through Mears Connect now. So, and again, Mears is what ran Disney before, so it's a huge company. It's not anything you should ever worry about. They had all the infrastructure anyway to continue with Magical Express, as it was them behind the scenes to begin with. So, again, as of right now, no Magical Express, only Mears Connect.
And on the $16, did you say that's one way?
That's $16 each way for adults, $13 each way for children.
Okay. And is it when they're booking with DVC-Rental and they want that service, is there any?
Yeah, we could set it up for you, or there's a link on our website that has all the information for setting it up. They'll bring you right to the Mears Connect website for you.
And of course now, because it's option, it's been reduced. It's not included in the dues anymore. Correct. So if you were someone that never used Magical Express, you're not paying for it at all because it's not in the dues.
Yeah, we'll see how much those dues drop down next year after removing the Magical Express. He sarcastically says, because the dues aren't going to go down. They never go down.
But I mean, it's not part of the overall dues as far for 2022. It's been removed. So you're not, like some people say, well, I don't want to, I live on a golf course, but I don't play golf. I don't want to play the golf. So anyway, is there anything else you want to add on the Magical Express? On the car service, is that they just pick you up right outside of where you pick up your bags if you go for the $200 option, or?
I'm not 100% sure just yet. I think it's right. It should be right around the same area as the Magical Express. There could be a separate section for it. Nobody has notified me essentially that they've done the private car option yet, so I don't officially know just at this moment.
Okay. And is DVC-Rental thinking about buying some vehicles to run?
It's an interesting thought. I thought about it in the past. I'm always looking for new ideas and stuff. I thought about that. I'm like, you can just call Lyft or Uber as well. So I mean, it's not a huge difference what they have from what's available right now. And Lyft or Uber will be less expensive than doing the private car service. But at least with the private car service, it's vetted through Mears. You're not just getting a random guy who just started driving for Uber last week. So I'm sure they have a lot more standards, with Mears Connect than with just a random person on Lyft or Uber.
But otherwise, everything else is identical in regards to it. It's just...
Yep.
Okay.
Everything else is
So
identical.
all of your rental guests, no need to worry. If they've taken Magical Express before, it's going to be...
You're going to be taken care of just the same way. You're going to be good to go.
Okay, perfect. And are we still doing food reviews for 2022, or... Because I know you were...
I think our 2 fans really appreciate the food reviews, so I think we're going to have to keep up with the food reviews for a while.
Because,
I need to pass on the love to you or something.
Well,
Somebody else has to eat this stuff besides me.
Well, I mean, it was never a requirement that you had to eat only desserts. So
And I'm not eating a dessert.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's a good way to start 2022.
It's not as healthy as a dessert either. This one's pretty bad, but it's not a dessert. So should we go into the food review now?
Yes.
No? Okay, cue the food review music.
Come here, I'm gonna eat you! Get in my belly!
All right, for this food review, we are at Whispering Canyon, which is inside Wilderness Lodge. Have you been to Whispering Canyon?
Oh, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Whispering Canyon is a lot of fun.
Pretty quiet there.
It's typically a little rowdy since COVID, they've dialed it down a little bit, but it's still a relatively rowdy restaurant. Lots of fun. Servers are always playing with you. And this is off their appetizer menu. I found these out a couple months ago, and I've gone back recently and had them again just because they're really good. These are the burnt end nachos. So it's pieces of burnt end and also pulled pork over the nachos, covered in nacho cheese sauce. So this is really good for you and healthy. They serve it at lunch or dinner on the appetizer menu. It's topped with beef brisket, barbecued pulled pork, cheese sauce, and fresh salsa. You get a nice large portion of it. There's lots of meat, lots of cheese. It's really, really good. It gets $12. I give this an 8.6. So very, very strong. I mean, I've thought about going back there recently just for these nachos, but really, really good. Some of the better nachos I've had on Disney.
Is this a one-man serving, or is this a...
If you wanted this to be your only meal, yeah, it could be a one-man serving. But normally what happens is...
like I understand there's probably a photo right now on
there's
the
a photo,
screen,
but it's probably this big. I mean, it's not like one of those like giant over... Like sometimes if you go to like a T-Rex restaurant or something, the nachos will be this tall. It's not like that. It's smaller. But what happens is my wife will normally get like a sandwich, and I'll get the nachos, and we'll split them. So I mean, it's
Were the kids there this time, or...
The kids are not there.
Kids are not
a lot of
there.
times we go when the kids are at school, and again, I'm trying to be thrifty, so I let them eat the school lunch. We get the good stuff.
I like
You
it.
got to cut corners where you can.
Well, I was just always curious to see if the kids were there or not. So
They've been to Whispering Canyon before, but it's probably been 2 years since they've been, and
Okay.
they were not there for our most recent endeavor with these nachos.
okay, and so it was the score was 8.6. Gotcha.
8.6, really good.
Gotcha.
Really good. 8.6.
Okay, that's fantastic. That's a good way to start 2022 with that food review there.
No, it's not. Well, with the review is fine, but if you got your resolutions going, the burnt end nachos are not the way to start 2022, but they are really, really good and tasty. So enjoy, but make sure you do a little extra walking or pelotoning or whatever you're doing afterwards.
Okay, now we're going to move on to the buy and sell topic for the day. And you may have heard of something called Addonitis in regards to Disney Vacation Club. Some people ask, well, what is Addonitis?
I had a case of that once.
And basically what it is, sorry, I have a little scratch there, but a little itch there. But let's say you go into DVC and you jump in and a lot of people just buy like standard number of points, 150, 200, 250, 300. And you buy those points and you make a few reservations, and then, you start looking into, I want to go here. I want to stay an extra night here. I want to bump up the room size for this trip because, our son wants to bring one of his friends, or we really should bring your mother-in-law with us. Things start...
Or there's a specific resort that you want the 11-month window just for that one, which is kind of what got me in the past as
Okay.
well. With Boardwalk, I wanted the standard view to save on points. In Animal Kingdom, I wanted that value view to save on points. So that's kind of what happens. You need more points. You need different resorts possibly, and
So people look
it
to
happens.
add on. So they're looking for, a 25-point contract. Again, maybe it's at a different resort to give you a booking window there for those 25 points. Maybe it's at the same resort because you're trying to get a longer stay, whatever the case may be. So you're looking for these 25 to maybe 100-point listings at these different resorts. And if you visit the website, the buy and sell DVC.com, under buyers, there's something called a wish list. And you can put in there and say, I'm looking for Beach Club 25 to 50 points with the March or April use year. And then we'll let you know when that comes in. But basically, that's what they're doing. Like, a lot of times you'll see, someone that may, I don't know, they may or may not be new to DVC, but they'll see, 25 to 50 point listings, and they'll say, well, what is someone going to do with that? That doesn't seem like very many points. Well, a lot of times it is someone that's buying and that's adding on. So that's what they're trying to lengthen their stay, give them more options. But it also is somebody that it could be their first time purchase, and they just want to, jump in with, 2 or 3 nights a year here or there, and they can always, go from there. But with Addonitis, the small point contracts usually sell pretty quickly. So if you see something, you want to jump on it right away. And then if you buy it and you use it for, X number of years, 2 to 10 years, and you go to sell it, when you go to sell it, again, they're very easy to sell. It's, you're going to put it on the market, it's going to sell within a few days. And so it's something that is an option out. I think it's one of the great options with DVC is you don't have, if it was only, 200 point deeds all around, you're not going to have as many different options as you have. So when
timeshares, you have to buy a whole week somewhere.
Right.
Least. So it's nice to be able to have by little portions that you can, you can do two nights in a studio, or it could be one night in a one bedroom. And again, DVC offers great flexibility. And
then another question people have is, well, how do the 25 to 100 point listings come about when, Disney's saying, I'm talking to them right now and their minimum is, say, 150 points. Well, it's because once you buy in, you can always add on. Disney will let you add on directly from them if you're paying cash. I believe you can add as few as 25 points. If you're financing, then it's as few as 50. And so that's how those, they get put into the system. And then, like I say, eventually when someone says, well, now I need to sell these 50 points, I can sell them. And that's the other thing is, if you own a 200 pointer and a 150, a 25 and a 50, that's 4 different deeds that can all be sold separately. It's not like you have to sell them all in one chunk. And of course, they're under the same terms. You can bank and borrow, and hopefully the borrowing rule will be restricted soon. And but if you're looking to add on, go to the buyandsell.com webpage under buyer, and you'll see a wish list button. You can click that button and you can put in exactly what you're looking for, and then we can email you when we get such listing.
Sounds good.
Anything you want to add to that, or?
No, not particularly. The only thing I could think of is that we just brought up, we had that one contract that one time that was a 15-pointer, and I was like, I've never seen a 15-pointer, and I said, who in the world would want a 15-pointer? You really can't do anything. And I said it to you, I was like, Jason, who's going to want a 15-pointer? And I think he sold it in under an hour.
Yes.
It sold really quick, and I was like, well, apparently somebody wanted it right away.
It is.
Little guys sell quickly.
Yes, indeed. They are, they sell very quickly. So if an email comes to you, just try and act on it as fast as you can, because a lot of times that email's going out to all these different people that are, looking for the same thing. So thanks for tuning in. We hope your 2022 is starting off well. And remember, try to buy and sell DVC. We need to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
So I can go back to wearing the golf shirt here.
This is like his playoff beard. He's not shaving it. He's not taking off the tie until he hits 1,000 subscribers. So he doesn't want to have to wear a tie every week.
I don't know. Let's hope it only takes 4 episodes.
I'm now 57 years old and I'm wearing this damn tie.
Thanks again for tuning in.
Have a wonderful day.